Right, welcome back to the Last Stand Apocalypse. Not Apocalypse, Aftermath. All this time and I nearly forgot the name, eh? Okay, so there's a spitter there, so that is... I mean, it's not death, but it's not nice. That looks like mud, not water, but... whatever. Right, we've got fuel up here. There's a few zombies, though. We don't get more propane and we get over encumbered, which we are over encumbered now, but if we don't find ourselves more propane soon enough, we'll probably drop the flamethrower. As good as it is. Oh, is that more fuel? I tried to dive out of the way, but failed to do so. I don't think that the fire can spread to us from these while using the flamethrower. I think it's on the flares where that happens, for God knows what reason, but it does. We only have a limited number of batteries, so we'll not be doing that. Plus it looks like a small supply cache rather than a larger one. We'll head straight over here. The fewer stops the better. Right. Let's take a look then what we've got around here. We'll repair this. Lovely. We are halfway nearly to the next perk. If we want to let this... if we end up wanting to just let this ride. Which we may do. Though perhaps not through choice. Okay. What have we got? Nope. We could honestly go at that if we wanted. In fact, no, this is the... I thought this was the area before for some reason. No, it's... so this is where we've got our stash. Oh, there's so many batteries. Oh, I do actually need some as well, and there's ammo. Glorious ammo. Oh, I think I'll be taking a lot of this time. Rather than leaving tons, I think I'll be taking tons. Right, and what else do we have? Still not in here, is it? Down this way, you say? Here we are, shop and fuel. Oh. Ooh. It's very tempting. 75 though. It's not worth it. We'll buy some ammo. We'll see what we've got to sell. I mean, straight up, if we can make sales like that. Okay, maybe we can afford it. Which means we don't need that. Which means then of course we can sell... What else was there? So let's so that we can make 2 more antiviral, but that should be fine. We can sell those. We can sell most of this. Sell like 20 of it. These are not really useful that much anymore at this point. Even the shop recognises how bad they are. He only offers you 1 each. What's kind of fallen out of favour at this point? The pipes aren't really good enough, are they? Really? Nor is the crowbar. And we'll find more combat knives when we're there. That looks pretty good to me. Right. Okay, we've gone from not doing too hot to, oh my good lord, we have so much stuff now. Just takes a shop. Can we make anything cool? Do we need to? No, not really. Right. Let's head out on our way. We'll visit the stash. We'll see what attachments we can put on this machine gun. But before we access the stash, we'll just do our attachments. So obviously the LMG's getting some. Muzzle brake. Ooh. Yeah. Fire rate and lower the spread. So we can put the extended mag in here. Oh, we don't have enough room. Right. We'll take 2 batteries. We'll take the 5.56. How many 7? We'll take those as well. 45, what have we got? We've got a decent amount. Mind you, we've only stashed a few. I hate to take all my ammo out. We don't need that anymore. And all these are in use, aren't they? I've not taken the wrong one off or anything. No, good. Good to go. Don't have a melee weapon equipped. We'll get the hatchet because it's a bit hefty. And we'll fill up. That is a hell of a start to the second part. Damn. Just... yeah. Hell of a start to the second part of this. Hell of a start. We should be able to get ourselves to the ending at that. I think we've got enough gear. Our gun's good enough. We have a decent bit of ammo. I will say, how much ammo actually? How bad is the situation? We've got a good few hundred rounds. Get rid of the dead weight. Found another battery. My God, it's a miracle. There should be a fuel can over here. That should set us back to full, and hopefully, because we're then going to be going in with full, we should be able to get past at least 2 or 3 areas if need be. So we can basically skip a few areas if we desperately need to. Oh dear. Okay. So we need to kill them. There's mines then. Oh, every few bits of ammo we find, eh? Come on, turn the other way, turn the other way. Gotcha. They're dropping them twice for some reason. Weird. He did not enjoy that happening to him, did he? Oh, armoured one. Wow, that's effective against them. How over encumbered are we? Slightly. So it's not terrible. It's mostly because of the big LMG we picked up, really. We've not lost. We don't need much fuel. We've only used a bit. I don't think we'll need 2 jerry cans worth, and we have to go quite a ways to get it. We'll be at significant risk. We are about to get our second perk as well. That's actually happened. We've ended up getting it. Oh, do we have no shotgun rounds this entire time? We're going round on 0 shotgun rounds. Good lord. So, yes, the plan is to go up through here. Because there's a shop, there's a Herc station, so we can get some antiviral to stop the, to stem the bleeding, as it were, at the moment. We can get to this containment camp, and we can check our stash on the way. Maybe pick up some rounds. Because yeah, at the moment we are desperate for ammo. Military bases should provide some, but they'll also be swarming with armoured enemies, which is... So yeah, double-edged sword, isn't it? More ammo available, but also... Oh my god, it's a big guy fighting a turret. Zombies actually damage those things. I don't think you can get to it properly. I don't think it can hurt him. Oh, he got to it. Oh, there's our answer. We want something else in our pocketables. We should have Molotovs. Which I've decided are the best things to use against those guys. Because of the damage it deals. Because fire ignores armour. So they still actually take damage. And if they take damage, then it damages the armour. So fire will actually burn the armour off. As daft as it sounds, it's true. And it works. As evidenced there. Okay, let's see what we've got. Ooh. Okay, that's a big get. You are no longer required. You, my new best friend in the world. You can go there. Why do we need ammo for it, of course? Melee damage? That one's bleeding. And he bled out. Lovely. Exactly what I want to see. Aiming lasers, always welcome. Just a good attachment that can fit on basically anything and just straight up increases damage. They're amazing. I love them. Right, what have we got? Fuel! Now, the issue that we've got here is that we're starting to get a little bit encumbered, aren't we? We are. Now, I don't know how I feel about going into that underground area here. I'll be honest with you. I think we're going to quickly nip out. Because I don't want to go into an underground area, bump into one of them big uns and just get splattered against the walls, especially when I've not got shotgun ammo. It doesn't sound like a good plan. Really, I want to avoid going into underground areas if I can. Just, if I don't have to, I shouldn't. So yeah, there might have some cool stuff there. Yeah, but do I need anything? I've got antiviral, I've got some good guns. Unless it's like, I can guarantee fuel there, then why bother? Oh dear. weapons break, I guess. Now here's the thing. If I could guarantee that some of the stuff up there is fuel, I would probably go to it. I know one of them's the stash. So what I'm thinking here is we can just get onto the back of this truck. That's, you know, assuming if we can. Can we? Come on, let me on. Rubbish. All absolute rubbish. But we've got an antiviral. Which then brings me nicely on to my next question. Cause actually no, we can't deviate back over to get to the safe house and go that way, can we? No. Right, I guess we're going to here. There will be a Herc station. But why go to this one where we know there's a big guy protecting it? And we can go to this one where there might not be. That's a good question. And I have a good answer. We should just go. Essentially, I'm just wanting to make as few stops and just cruise through this area without, preferably without really interacting with it. Because the amount of dumb, stupid deaths I have here is getting unreasonable now. So we're going to just not engage with the area, if possible, at all. And literally the first thing I hear here is gunfire. Great. We've probably got enough combat. Does one of our... Let's put this on something. Yeah, one of our pistols doesn't have a muzzle attachment yet. So I'll put it on that. So the MP5 is now silenced. Lovely. Sounds like the big guy won. How not? Oh wait, tack blade. Yeah, they're good then. Is there another way in up here by any chance? Perhaps? No. Damn it. It's down there. He's destroyed the turret. Let our stamina recover. A bit more. I guess a machete then? Okay, so there's the Herc station. But we don't necessarily need to use that. There's fuel. Come on, go down. Gotcha. It's finally gone down. I've got a good amount of fuel. I mean, we're absolutely taking it, but I don't think we're going to get a chance to use it. I don't think we've got any ammo. Let the stamina recover. In fact, if we get enough space between, we can use some beans. Oh wow, that really put the stamina from beans there. Tons of stamina from beans. The food of choice in the apocalypse. Not necessarily cooked either, just, you know, as long as we've got beans. Do I want to do the Herc station? We can get antiviral from down here. There's fuel there as well. Just as long as we don't annoy him. Yeah, we need to go back for that other can here. Mostly, I mean, the thing is I could easily kill him. That's kind of a given. Rather easily I could kill him. But I don't want to kill him. Right? Why do I not want to kill him? Well, put simply, it will require me having to dump an entire magazine of ammo. And I'll probably need to strip the armor off first, which means either get into close quarters with him and meleeing it off, which did not work well for me last time. Or alternatively, burn it off with a Molotov, of which I don't have too many, and I know I'm going to need some of those for the end. So, just weighing up the situation. If we don't have to engage them, we're not going to, put simply. Big bunker, I don't really want to go into crowded areas against these things. Nice big open areas with good sight lines are the things that I prefer. And yeah, this is just, oh god, it's a bunker complex, there's turrets outside. I've got 3 fuel. Well, I think that'll probably get me probably to here at least, I would imagine. Yeah. Right, this is my reward for braving it past that big guy last time. We can just ignore this area. Which I shall. I mean, I suppose now that I've got a bigger shotgun, but I don't think I've got much ammo for it. If I remember last time I looked, we had no shotgun ammo. And I'm not sure that situation has changed. I should probably get rid of some useless tat here at some point as well. Though we've got a shop, so this is the place to do it if we're doing that. Most of the stuff is down here actually, surprisingly. Right, supplies. So up here there will be fuel, question mark? I hope so. I hope so. Hmm. Yep, just stick that machete into until it breaks. There we go, right. Okay, we can at least sell those. And that's another thing, while we're here we can just sort of sell a few things. Well, that's the point as well, remember that the SMG is silenced. So we can still shoot these fiery ones if we use the 9mm. Now we're close to the end. And I've got a spare antiviral. It gave me more batteries. I'll take them. Now in a perfect world over here, I'll find a fuel can. I want to save the remaining ammo that we've got for this gun for literally that purpose, just killing those specific guys. Oh, okay, it's not fuel, but it's as good as fuel. There's some stuff we can search as well here. Painkillers. Okay. Sell some of our useless tat. Before we go into it, right, attachments. Red dot sight, eh? Go on the AK. So the 2 quick draw mags we can sell. And yeah, most of the other stuff as well we can. Right. Got plenty of melee weapons too, so he's selling a lot of weapons. We haven't found any propane, and we need to lose weight. And we have no grenade launcher rounds, and it weighs 3. It's I wouldn't want to fire that in a bunker, I'll be honest with you. And the big guys with armor on tend to be explosive resilient. I'd be tempted to get rid of this, but I think we can actually. We're likely to find shotgun rounds. You're lucky to find a single set of 40mm grenades on an entire run. Yeah, why bother not selling the cleaver at this point? It is slower attacking and weighs more, yet deals the same damage as a knife. Get rid of that, right? That's fine. We've got plenty of melee weapons at this point, so we have a nice selection of them, and we're not being overly weighed down. Right, pocketables. What can we sell? God, we've got 17 painkillers. Christ. Why do we need 17 painkillers? No. It pays quite a bit for them as well. Right, that's all of his knowledge. Can we buy anything useful? No. That was disappointing, but hey, at least we've got some knowledge for his gear rather than just disposing of it. We've got some good antivirus though. So it's been a good location, but a bad shop. Really, I was hoping for just, you know, like 100 556 and 107. I always forget the number for 7. I know it's 556 and it's, I want to say 752 or 76. Is it 762? I'm gonna have to have a look. This is how you can. I mean, if the accent isn't already enough to give it away, but it's like, yeah, the lack of caliber. Yeah, 762. My second guess was correct. I'm in the ballpark area of it, but and we have dropped our encumbrance level, so it was worth doing that. Now we'll find that if we get suddenly pinned to a wall by a zombie, we're not gonna freak out like, oh my god, how can I kill that? I have no stamina. Such as when that happens there. I'll take one more, as an in case the others run out. Crap. Right. And melee again. Ooh, I hate those things. I've got 2 batteries left. Where the hell did I get that? Yeah, this is why we don't want to be over encumbered. So now we've got a good amount of stamina, we can get a good amount of swings in before we run out, and situations like that, we are nowhere near as bad a situation as we ought to be in that. That's just what I needed. And it would only give me a crap amount of supplies anyway. Right. We have just gone over as well with encumbrance. We'll have some beans. Oh, what did we pick up that war? Oh yeah, we don't need these. That's something as well. Water, clean water, where are we? It's 12. I mean, yeah, we could turn it all into bandages, but we're pretty full on stamina. We don't need that many. We'll dispose of like the majority of it. Miscellaneous things don't weigh anything. What other rubbish are we carrying? Because I think it's, yeah, we've just added like a fair bit of weight from ammo there. It's mostly explosives at this point weighing me down. Might as well use some of these. Right, no more grabbing stuff. Right, now unfortunately the game's decided to be cruel at this point. Though it is giving me a lot of bombs here, so maybe it's not that cruel. But we do not have in here the... yeah, we do not have out here any fuel. Let's go with... ooh. We'll go with another combat knife. Ah, crap, picked up a light. Means that they're not too heavy, but if you accidentally pick a few of them up, they can really start weighing you down. As for most things. Right, let's stamina recover. Please say it's... oh god, and there's... what could I use to set that off? I suppose we need a throwable, don't we? It doesn't set it off. Now, I already knew they were bullshit, but now I know they're bullshit. Might as well just go loud at this point, haven't we? We've thrown a bomb. If that doesn't attract attention, I don't know what will. We don't need more samples. Okay. I don't want to get, turn a corner and randomly get blown up by mines, so... ooh, that's a nice little thing to grab just before we leave, though. Which one? Why are we still carrying that? Oh, that's the one I got from the supply chest, isn't it? Ah. We'll put this on the AK. The AK should then free up the red dot side, correct? Which can go on, I guess, the shotgun. So yeah, okay, they're all... we'll patch ourselves up a bit. Take some antiviral. We should patch up the remainder of it. We're surprisingly not doing too bad at this point. Well, I'll be honest, we are doing okay. It's not like we haven't got issues, but we should make this. We might need one more fuel. And And on that picture, there is a big supply drop in the middle of that place. So if that's true, if it spawned with a big ass supply drop, that never gets home. But yeah, if there's a big supply drop in there, that might be exactly what we need right now. Just push us over the edge here. Oh, there's a big guy. How much do we need to travel? We don't need anything. It's not worth it. Leave. I'm not fighting a big un. And all those other zombies for the sakes. Well, for the sakes of what? The potential of there possibly being more ammo there. We've got enough. We've got enough to reload the LMG a few times and put a few hundred rounds down range with a AK. We should have enough to clear this area out. At this point, we should have. Now, we've made it. We're at the foot of the hill. Remember to call in what's going on. Yep. That's burning him. Once the armor's gone on them, they are just big pushovers, really. Right. We're not prattling around with ammo economy and trying to melee things for the sakes of it anymore. The only things that are getting meleeed at this point are things that have got armor on. Ready the big weapon. We also want to swap out. We'll swap you out with a big LMG. And honestly, the ump's nearly out as well. We'll use it till it's gone. Then we'll get the AK. Come on. There we are. Threat disabled. We will move up through here, get into the base, destroy the turrets on the way in. See if there's any ammo here. There isn't. Unfortunate, but oh well. Right, military zombies. If we got like a workbench here, we could do some nasty stuff with explosives. We've got that many. Anything on the way in? No. Okay, what do we have? That's the key card. There's no batteries for weapons, so we'll leave that. There's a mine there on the left. Right. Oh god, we do have to get to the other one, don't we? Oh, thank god for that. Something got out and triggered it. It's a miracle. So medical equipment. We probably don't need all of this. Yeah. Christ, there's so much. Because we've got like 40 bandages. It's ridiculous. Oh dear. And I've just realised something very important, that our katana broke. Ooh, tack blade to the rescue. Right. Right, let's get the hell out of here. No, not search. Oh great, it's not going to let me go until I've... Right, now let me... Come on, go, 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 go. Right, this gun is just about done. Let's swap the AK in. LMG is now equipped as well. Here goes. No big un hiding in the tunnel this time. Okay, now I want the door. I want to interact with the door. So no, you must search all of the things. Okay. Right, if I grab all the stuff. Oh, I see. No, clear the stasis chamber area. Okay. What? Are they on fire? get too close. Can we get him to charge it? I want him to charge into it. If he's stunned, I can safely open it. What if I... Can I blow it up? No. And I don't think I think these box mines can either trigger... I think I can trigger them, and also, I think even if I can't trigger them, I can't get to them. Come on. I hate these guys so much. Get to the... Why won't he let me... I hate those so much. Stop opening and closing the damn door. Jesus Christ. Oh crap. Help with melee hits, sure. It's terrible. And we're walking into more of them. Ah! Look out, there's explosives everywhere here as well. Oh god, it's a bomb. Find the hole. Oh god. No. The barrel, shoot the... The stasis chamber is quote unquote clear now. What? Start shooting him. It's like... You probably should have said something as I came in, guy. You look very much like a zombie and you weren't talking to me. Dr. Stedman. How did you get in here? I've been trapped here for days. The chamber's ruptured and I locked myself in here. You did this? Do you have any idea what I'm trying to do here? Breed them? That sounds... Please believe me, that was unexpected. A mistake. My hubris got the better of me. I've been developing a way to eradicate the virus. I tried to save us all. The council refused to allow my research to continue. The devices, this signal was meant to activate them. It was never meant to go like this. This formula behind me. It was meant to heal. To recover what we'd lost. A cure, no. This will... the pain. This will destroy virus cells and the host will die. So it's a biological weapon then. Bioweapon to kill the other bioweapon off. I've laid out the necessary raw ingredients. My research explains the process. It took my infection to realise the missing piece. Antibodies from the infected. We need to supply them to make the serum. Bring what you can here. Process it. Help the colony. And then dead. Oh, boss. Thank God it wasn't going to be like sudden boss fight. No. Serum components. Antibodies off an infected host. If you want to, I guess, broadcast any last things to the colony, there's the radio. Not that we've got any skills to buy out of now. I was gonna say, if that told me to bring in like loads and loads of infected samples and you had to bring like 1,000 over how many lives however many lives to get here, I would have just exploded in anger. This is the colony. You made it in? It was Stedman. He's dead. What? Did you say it was Dr. Stedman? And he's dead? Correct. And I've remembered who he is, by the way. He's the guy who first injects the first survivor on the way out, and then that other doctor takes over back at the base. So he's at like the science wing area. What was he doing? He was working on a serum to create a cure? But all those infected devices, a distribution method. So what is the facility? An underground lab with lots of equipment. Is there any information? I followed the instructions. I have a dose. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Surely we can't know the effects it will have. Can't be worse than what I have. We'll need you to test it. For the colony. We're proud of you, volunteer. This is what you signed up for. I'll do it. Right, we'll just shoot ourselves up with one last injection. He's dead, but not in vain. So that shows that it kills the host, which came to its effects almost immediately. It did not restore them to their former self, but it kills them. So load that into a few crop dusters. Humanity is saved. With Dr. Stedman dead, the colony is safer than it was before. His creations, mistakes, continue to wreak havoc outside the walls. The work is far from being complete. The colony needs its volunteers. To finish the job. We've finally done it. We've beat the game. A clutch shop in the city. Very much appreciated. And when I say you need hundreds of rounds for that final area, as you can see there, you really do need a good few hundred rounds. And a few bombs. Pays to go in over-prepared. A can of beans and a broken gun. It's just funny seeing these now, because it's like, you look at them and it's like, honestly, all of these loadouts are kind of terrible. Like, even though this guy comes, and this guy's the best guy, the demolitionist, because he comes with an explosive, so he basically gets what will become eventually a grenade. You've got all world items for him? Right, let's talk. Guess we can call that mystery solved. Not sure what I had in mind, but yes, I suppose. I think we're lucky to catch up with him. We were lucky to catch up with him, and we did. Hopefully we can make something positive come out of this serum. For now, the council wants us to continue a volunteer program, so they'll need to make the trek to the lab. We'll carry out instructions to make some adjustments. Hopefully we can get it right. You can now collect bounties for infected that will earn you reputation. That can be traded at supply depots for specialised items and effects. Find antibodies in the aftermath and process them at the lab to earn reputation. So a little endgame thing there. So we get bounties from infected. That gets us reputation. And that can be used for specialised items. We can also get antibodies and process them at the very end if we make it to the end of the run to get a bonus of reputation. And it looks like, yeah, we've still got all the skills, nothing new there. Nothing new here. Hi, I'm Jack. Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm the prime leader of the colony. I was responsible for putting us together. I just came down to congratulate you on what you're doing. Well, it's not the supply we'd hoped for. Sounds like the lab will keep us stocked in medical supplies for a while. We just need to figure out this serum boat. Volunteers are still vital to collect those antibodies. Contact with these new infected is still deadly. Keep up the good work. Right, looks like we're pretty much. You know who that is? Who? Prime leader. Really we would have seen him sooner. Trinity's on top of shift here though. Oh, on top of stuff down here though. Council stay. The council can stay where they are. Talk to Trinity. A little bit in shock, you know, about Stedman. Oh, that didn't surprise me at all. He was obsessed. He couldn't see past what he was doing, once he'd made the first mistake. I've been reading materials we collected from the lab. It was testing the serum on captured infected. Its intent was to bolster the immune response of the host, but it did the opposite. The virus mutated and became more influential in the system. But the worst part is, he didn't stop. He should have stopped. The devices, untested, filled with his concoction, wreaked havoc. You'll see once you get out there. Lost the first volunteer that tried it. But I think we can make adjustments. The council won't let me out there, still to make them myself, so I'll have to just pass them to volunteers like yourself. So we have the location of the lab. The research is almost complete. We just have new volunteers trained how you use the equipment and attempt variations of the serum with Amy's guidance. And are we guinea pigs? Kinda. Gotta be honest. Council still won't allow anyone besides volunteers. Collect infected antibodies in any way you can. Try to get as many as possible. Get them to the lab and run them through the processor. It'll create a batch of serum to try. Yes, try the serum. It's part of the deal now. So, the Alliance Force. No good time for any of us. I did my part, fighting was just too much. It was destroying us all. Bringing the alliances together was the only way we'd survive. Union City before. You've probably heard the stories. I was just surviving. Found some people along the way. A lot of them died. I'm not a hero. I just made it here myself. Herc tried to wipe us out, but we went back into hiding in the city. We helped some people get out. I stayed with a few others. Herc were on their way out. We wanted to make sure. After a while, the compounds started popping up. Groups isolated and held their ground. That was when things got messy. I think. Now, first of all, we have 100 reputation. Ooh, we can get unique items, can't we? 200 reputation. You can get LMG. An LMG. We can start with a grenade launcher. Get a VSSMG there. So we can get some really good stuff to start out with. I'm fairly certain this Jack fellow here, I think he's the person you play in the first few games. He's got the same coat and everything. I'm sure in the third game that they tell you it's called Jack or something, but yeah, it's been a while. So, very much pleasant experience. I think in the end, I'm glad I went through to the end, even though it took me multiple goes. But if anything I would say with the game, I'm very much glad to see that they've been successful with this, because the guys who make it, if you're not fully aware, it's Con Artist Games. They're, I believe, in Australia, last I remember. They used to make like flash games back in the day when you'd be, I mean, for me it was sat in school in my IT lessons, and I mean, I'm a programmer by trade now, so back in the day I'd get into IT lessons, I'd probably know more than most of the teachers I'd bring in. Carve through the lesson within about 10 or 15 minutes. I just got to the point where they'd give me the slides, I'd run through them, and then just sit there playing zombie games for the rest of the lesson. It was quite funny, and we got a few substitutes once, and they'd come round and they'd go, "Why are you on that?" And I just swapped the tab. Here's my finished work. There you go. I'm going back on my zombie game. And they wouldn't know what to say. They can't tell you off if you've finished absolutely everything that they've given you. So that's basically how I will play. That's what I did in IT lessons. This was one of games that were back on Armour Games before they started blocking everything under the sun at school, on the school networks. So that's where I remember this from. And very nice to see that all these years on, they've now started moving to fully 3D, full releases, not just rubbishy web games that, I mean, I say rubbishy, it's like, there's a time when you're playing it, for a 2D flash game, they were amazing. But this is worth paying for, I would say. You know, they've gone into this, and yeah, this is worth the money. It's a really good idea, quite novel. It needs a lot of, like, if they do another, and I hope they do, it needs a lot of smoothing around the edges, so to speak. There's lots of, you know, little jankiness, the animations aren't that great, and it's just from them most likely just being a small team. It's probably just from that. It's a low budget, small team indie game. You wouldn't expect the world, but in future it's like, yeah, just little polishing things like that. I think some of the damage types need to be adjusted. I would say that honestly for example, the big zombie that explodes and it infects you, and then you just basically lose 1.5 bars of health permanently. Like, get hit by more than one of those in a single run, you might as well throw your run down the toilet at that point, just kill yourself. They deal way too much. It would make more sense if it were that they increased your infection and damaged you at the same rate, but while you were stood in the area, and you could just quickly get out of the area to mitigate it. Something like that. Or if using like a antiviral or something, got rid of it, but it ticked away slowly. So it's like, oh, it'll maybe deal even more damage to you, but if you've got if you've got like a herbal remedy, it'll prevent you from taking any more damage or infection from the duration of it or whatever. Something along those lines. Things like fire damage and such, I've had a few instances where that has absolutely shredded me. I think just in general, I would want to either see an increased health pool or upgrades to increase the health pool. Enemies could honestly, you could have more of them and they'd be a bit tougher than that. The basic enemies, of which there are many, are not that crazy, to be fair. It's mostly the big infected that tend to get you, and they hit like trucks. It's legitimately 2 or 3 hits and you're gone. Other things as well, like turrets and that. I think it's just the abruptness of your death. Like, I end up travelling around with, you know, dozens and dozens of medkits and bandages, which I could heal myself from 0 to full, you know, 30 times over. But I will die within 5 seconds and not have chance to do anything about it. You know, you can be laden down with all this stuff and just get snuffed out in an instant. I think it needs to be more of a game of inches, where you slowly take hits and lose bits of health and You've not got as many resources as you have here, and so on. So just some adjustments to balance, then just general polish, I think, is all it needs. But it's been a very pleasant experience. Again, it feels like a survival game, and simultaneously it's a roguelike, and it feels like a nice twin stick shooter. So honestly, if you've got a bit of cash spare, and it's taken me that long to get through it now, I'm sure it's probably on sale now and then, because it's been a while. If you wait for Steam Summer Sale, I'm sure you'll get something knocked off, but would highly recommend. Great to see that they've found success after Flash games, especially now that Flash has depreciated. I think you can buy their original Flash games as well on Steam. They came out slightly before this. Get a bit of a blast from the past. Or if you play this and want to know what happened to start with. Thank you very much for watching, if you've managed to stick through it all this way. And I hope to see you in future videos. I've got a bunch of things stashed away now. Got a lot of roguelikes and strategy games lined up. So I'll hope to see you for some of those. Until next time though, goodbye and thanks for watching.